My name's Grace, aka Black Country Bird Budget, and I live in the Black Country in the West Midlands with my husband and our two little boys. So we've got 2 under 2, so our eldest is a year and a half and our youngest is 6 months today. Oh, it's going so quick. So big already. So on this channel I am documenting my journey doing cash stuffing and budgeting and side hustling my way through maternity leave this year. So this video I'm going to be sharing with you my side hustle total for August. So what I like to do at the end of the month, I'll tot up everything I've made in side hustles, and in this little video I'll talk about everything I made, how I made it, sharing any platforms or apps or anything like that I've used to make that, so you can copy and do the same. There's money out there for us all to share ways and means with each other. So yeah, this video a bit different to my usual like cash stuffing in just hands, but I'm sharing all my side hustle tips and tricks. So for August, I say so much. For August, I set myself a target of £250. Now, that for me is a lot. Like that would have been the most I've ever side hustled in 1 month. I don't have an Etsy shop. I'm not selling things I'm making like that, so it's all being made off different little bits I can do. And I'm pleased to say that I smashed it. So this month I made £301. 48 pence. So if you see me looking down there, I'm just looking at my notes. So I made £301, 48 pence, and plus a £10 Amazon gift voucher. Let's break that down and see what I made. So the first one, I made £100 from a TSB bank switch. So this one, I have actually already made and already cashed out last month a 50 quid on top of this. That's because I went through Quidco, which is a cashback site. I went through Quidco, which I hadn't used before, so I had a new user bonus off somebody. So I clicked the link through Quidco to do a bank switch to TSB. So I've already had the £50 from Quidco. So this was a £30. Is it £30? It's like a £30 new user or £20 new user and £30 for opening it up through it one way or the other. So I've already had that. So the bank switch offer itself was £100. So this month I got the £100. I did do this a couple of months ago. It does usually take like a couple of months, something like that, for it to come through. So £100 from TSB bank switch. I then got £15 also from the TSB offer. So the offer was £100 for switching, and then for the first 6 months after you've opened the bank account, if you keep it open and make 20 debit card transactions in 1 month, you'll get an extra £15, and that's every month for 6 months. So I had my first lot of £15. I can't remember what date that come in. I'll have to double check. So I feel like I should be getting another £15, but I'm not sure if I did all the transactions. I know 20 debit card transactions doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're now doing things in cash stuffing, it can be. But I've been trying to make sure I can do them to get this extra 15. So that's £115 so far just from the TSB switch. And like I said, I got £50 last month from doing this through Quidco. So if you are doing a bank switch, just find any bank switch offers, look on sites like Quidco or Top Cashback to see if they're offering an incentive for doing it through their site. So that for that one is 165 just for that bank switch so far already. I'll keep you updated with how much I'm making that altogether. The next thing, I made £80 30 pence from playing mobile phone games. So this was on an app called Tester Up, and this has taken me only a couple of months. I have cashed out once from Tester Up. Now you have to hit £70. I think it's 70 or 75 pounds on there before you can cash out. So I've only done this once. I did this when I was on maternity leave with my eldest, and that did take me like most of the year. But this one, this £80, I have done only from a couple of months. It's been the last 3 months, I think. I had some games on there that were really good and really easy to get through the levels to level up and win your amounts. If anybody does want to know which games I've played and they're still on the app, drop me a comment below and I'll let you know exactly which games I have played and which games you can get through the levels quite quickly, because a lot of the games on sites like this and this one, it can be hard to get through the levels to then get the amounts that it's paying out, because you have to hit certain targets to earn certain different amounts. So yeah, if anyone is interested, I will drop me a comment and I'll tell you which games I've played. I enjoy playing the games. I'm on my phone a little bit more, but I'll do this. I can easily do this like when I'm feeding the baby, or, you know, people have a little game or sit and scroll through the phone before bed. So yeah. So the next thing I have done, and this was one of my goals for August, to have a look into match betting. I have made £75 profit so far from match betting. Now this is one that is a bit complicated, so what I did, there's a couple of like side hustle people on Instagram who had done match betting and they talk about how to do match betting, so I did download a couple of how-to guides. I'll drop the accounts in the links below, but one was from the Savvy Spender Megan, and I followed her guide, and I did look at another couple of guides, so Emily as well. I can't remember her Instagram handle now, but I'll pop it on the screen and drop it in the links below. Yeah, so I read their how-to guide, and I've been doing this through a specific website that I think it was the Savvy Spender Megan was talking about in her guide. She might have been advertising in her guide that she uses, and it tells you exactly how to do it, and it helps you to do it. It puts some of the bets on for you. You just have to set them an account on something and like click the link to set that up. So it is something that's quite complicated, so you do need the time to sit down and read through it and figure it all out. But this site I was using called Outsourced, that Megan, the Savvy Spender, recommended, does help you and talks you through exactly how to do that. I do still have some like steps on there and different things to put in, so we'll see how we get on next month with that. £7.19 from website testing, so this was on a site called User Testing, and this was it's my first website test I managed to do on there, actually, because every time I didn't realise you have to keep it open, like website tests on this site pop up all the time, but they go quite quickly. So if you want to spend some time doing some website testing, you need to leave it open, leave the website open, and they'll keep popping up, and then you just have to try and find one that you can do, because there'll be certain criteria. So this was my first one. I want to try and do some more. I have been like screened out of quite a few that I have tried to do on here, but yeah, this was my first one. So it comes through in dollars, so it was $10, and with the exchange that was £7.19. So the next thing, £8.81 from Social Tip. I'm sure everyone's heard of Social Tip by now, but if you haven't, have a look at it. So it's an app, and you basically buy from certain brands and post about them on your social media account. So they have Instagram and TikTok. Link it to the app and they'll pay you for your social posts. You don't have to be like an influencer and have a huge following. However, you do get paid more if you've got more followers. Yeah, so I made £8.81 on there. This is one that I'm going to do from time to time, but I haven't done any just recently, because there's not an amazing amount of brands that I would particularly use, so I don't want to be spending money buying things that I wouldn't be, or spending money on things that I wouldn't be, just to do a post on there. £15.18 from Surveys. So this is an app called Paid Viewpoint. Again, this works out in dollars, so I think it was like $21 something, but with exchange it was the £15. Sorry, I'm keep looking down, my notes are just here. I'll show you, I've got all my notes written down, all my side hustles. Yeah, so £15. I did surveys, and I've tried surveys when I first started side hustling, but I got so fed up with them so quickly because there were so many that just screened out, and you'd spend. But there was times I was spending a good 5 to 10 minutes doing the screen and not realising it's still the screen, and then getting screened out and getting nothing for it. But this app, Paid Viewpoint, I found I've not been screened out of any, really. There's been a couple I've only got like 10 cents for, but that's not very often, and they pay better than what. So I have used in the past Atapol. I know some people love it and some people still use it, but yeah, I was finding I was getting screened out of a lot, spending a lot of time doing screeners, either getting screened out or getting pence for it. But this one seems to be, they're close to like $1 or over $1, most of them. So it adds up quite quickly, because this is the second time I've cashed out, and I've only been doing it for the past 2 months. So yeah, really recommend Paid Viewpoint. I'm really enjoying that app. I think I've got a referral, so again, I'll pop it down in the links below if anyone is interested. And then the last thing, I made a £10, and I got this in an Amazon gift voucher from an app called Clear. So this is a receipt scanning app. I think you do share a bit of data with them as well, which I've got switched on. And yeah, so this is mainly receipt scanning. This is quite a popular app now, because I know people used to use, is it Amazon Shopper Panel or something like that, which is closed down. I never had that. But this is a good one for receipt scanning. So you scan your receipt for a supermarket, you get like 10 pence, and any other shop you get like 5 pence. So it doesn't sound like much, but again, it adds up quickly. Because this is the first time I've cashed out on this, but I've had it for about 6 weeks, something like that. They do referrals on this one, but they only open up to new people every so often. And I think at the minute referrals are closed. If you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, go and have a look. I'm at Black Country Bird Budgets. Next time they are open for referrals, I will pop something on my stories with my referral code, so you can download this one. Because if you're looking for another a quick little one that adds up, but that you can just do quick and easy while you're shopping anyway, you just have to remember to keep your receipts. Or if you're looking for a new receipt scanning app, this is quite good. So yeah, so that's everything from this month. So that totals, as I said, £301.48 plus a £10 Amazon gift voucher. So yeah, 50 quid over my £250 goal, so I'm super pleased with that. For September, I'm going to set it again, my goal at £250, I think, just because I haven't got as many irons in the fire for this month. Like a few of them on that this from the one I've just talked through, I knew were coming in. I've not got so many. I've got a few things in Top Cashback, which I haven't tracked. Like, I'm still waiting for them to track, which is annoying. And I've got a couple of claims in, and they're not going to submit the claims until like mid-September, some even later. So I don't know when they're going to come through. So I've not got so many irons in the fire for September. So I need to see what I can get. I want to try and get try and get some market research. On that note, admission, I did have a bit of a fail this month. So I'd applied for some market research, and you have to apply for quite a lot because you don't get very many. Well, I don't anyway. I don't have much luck really with market research. So I applied for a good chunk of market research. Actually got one. It was going to be £40, and it was like a lip care one. It was in Birmingham, and the day it was supposed to be, I was meeting friends like the other side of Birmingham in the morning. So I was like, oh great, I got it set for the afternoon. Like late afternoon, I think it was about 4:30 my point was. So I was like, brilliant, I can go on the way home. I got the boys with me, but the hubby finishes at lunchtime on a Friday. So I was like, can you meet me in Birmingham, have the boys off me while I do this market research? Thought, great. Fitted it all in, brilliant. I was a little bit late leaving to go into Birmingham than I meant to be. And of course, I caught loads of traffic. There was like a couple of accidents. Traffic was horrendous, and I rang them saying I was going to be a little bit late on the way, but then another came across some more traffic, so I ended up being too late. By the time I got there, was like, we're not going to have enough time to do it, so we can't do it. So absolutely kicking myself because I lost out on £40 there. I'm also really hoping that this company doesn't like blacklist me and won't offer me any others because of this. Absolutely kicking myself. So there you go. It's not all wins. There's £40 I could have easily made and I missed out on. And how good that would have been. I would have been closer to 350, so 100 over my target. But yeah, fail, you win some, you lose some. That's one I lost. Just have to keep going. I'm going to try and apply for another big batch of market research this month, and fingers crossed I can get one. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions, they want to know more information about any of the things I spoke about, please do pop me a comment. Or you can, like I said, you can find me on Instagram. Drop me a message on Instagram. I'm happy to share any more information, anything anybody wants about this. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please do think about subscribing. And yeah, I will catch you next time. Try it.